Here Comey is asked. All right, so, and Comey got asked this quite a bit. Why wouldn't you publicly say, or why didn't we see any leaks that Donald Trump was not being personally investigated? Now, remember, on March 30th, he got a phone call from Donald Trump. The president called me at the FBI. He described the Russia investigation as, quote, a cloud that was impairing his ability to act on behalf of the country. He said he had nothing to do with Russia, had not been involved with hookers in Russia, and had always assumed he was being recorded when in Russia. He asked what we could do to lift the cloud. I responded that we were investigating the matter as quickly as we could, and there would be a great benefit if we didn't find anything to our having done the work well. He agreed, but then re-emphasized the problems this was causing him. This is why James Comey did not want to announce publicly that they were not investigating Donald Trump. We had told congressional leaders that we were not personally investigating President Trump. I reminded him previously told him that. I had previously told him that. He repeatedly told me we need to get that fact out. And then in parentheses, I did not tell the president that the FBI and the Department of Justice had been reluctant to make public statements, that we did not have an open case on President Trump for a number of reasons, most importantly because it would create a duty to correct should that change. In other words, they had enough reason to believe that they could be investigating him in the near future. And if they publicly announced that they were not investigating him, it would obligate them to report that they were investigating him if that happened. And Comey did not want to do that. The president went on to say that if there were some satellite associates of his who did something wrong, it would be good to find that out.
You could tell how used he is to discarding people in his organization. He's like, look, is there anybody around here that's relatively unimportant that I could betray? Would that expedite this process?
He finished by stressing that the cloud was interfering with his ability to make deals for the country and said he hoped I could find a way out that he wasn't being investigated. Immediately after that conversation, I called Acting Deputy Attorney General Dana Bente. Sessions had by then recused himself on all Russia-related matters to report the substance of the call to the president, and I said I would wait his guidance. On April 11th, he got another call. He said that perhaps he would have his people reach out to the Acting Deputy Attorney General after he reiterated his request that I get out, that he is not personally under investigation. He said, and Comey says, I passed this on to the acting attorney general. He said that he would have his people reach out to them. I said that was the way his request should be handled. I said the White House counsel should contact the leadership of the DOJ to make the request, which was the traditional channel. He said he would do that and added, because I have been very loyal to you, very loyal.
You catching a theme here, James?
But wait a second. Here's the weirdest part. I've been very loyal to you, very loyal. We had that thing, you know. This is a quote. I did not reply or ask him what he meant by that thing. Now, look. Who knows what thing he thinks he had with James Comey?
We shared a moment. I mean,
maybe
it's
it was
undeniable.
that time I kissed you in the Oval Office when you were hiding in the curtains, and I kissed you. Or maybe we had that thing. Where have you heard that before?
Now, James, I want you to prick your finger.
What is...
Draw a little blood.
What is another way of saying we had that thing? That thing...
Thing of
we
hours.
have.
Thing of
I'm
hours.
going to Google that. Let's see. We had that thing. What thing? That thing. Our thing. Let's see. Our thing.
You're now officially a member of the Trump organization.
Our thing.
We do a lot of things. PP tapes, fake universities. But through it all, we're loyal to...
I'm just Googling around. What got that thing? That thing
We practice
of ours.
honest-
Our thing. Our
Our-
thing in Italian is Cosa Nostra.
My dad said that the WAPs were useless half-blacks, but I disagreed. I thought the organization was very impressive.
Apparently, our thing. That's what they would say. We have our thing.
Now, James, we're going to burn a picture of the Virgin Mary, and we're going to prick our blood together, and it's going to be a sign of your undying, honest loyalty to the organization.
Honest loyalty.
No,
Loyal honesty.
Now, in the first week, James, you might ask, what's this envelope of cash that Mr. Trump's handing me? That's your cut from the Cancer Kid scam.
Let me ask you something. Does Mrs. Comey like furs? Come over.
No, Mrs.
Come
Comey,
over.
don't look.
Come
on,
over to
on
the
in,
closet.
Mrs. Comey. No,
I
no,
wanna
no,
show
come on,
you
it's in the
couple-
back.
Take
It's in
your
the
wife
back.
some furs.
It's in the back. It's
Take
in the
your
back.
wife some furs.
No, Mrs. Comey, come on. No, it's in the back. It's in the back. It's mine, James Quinn. It's in the back.
Does
No,
Mrs.
come right in here. I want to
Does
show you. I
Mrs.
want to show you.
Comey have a blender? I want to show you a blender that we have here. We got a great blender. Take a blender. I have no idea. I
got
have
a
no
whole
idea. But it's just such a
university
weird
system,
thing to
James.
say, and I'm so bummed that that did not come up in the conversation in the actual live testimony. I mean, what was he possibly? We have that thing like we had at dinner, or I don't know, like what?
And may your soul rot in eternity if you betray the Trump organization.
Folks, if Donald Trump ever calls you and says, we have that thing, and you don't know what he's talking about, just say, that thing? Just do it that way. Just that thing? Like that. You know, that thing. Our thing.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Trump is like, I will say, he is kind of like Paulie in Goodfellas, except not as smart. He's kind of like Paulie in Goodfellas mixed with Paulie Walnuts from The Sopranos.
Yeah, it is. Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos